Take 5. Greetings from the deck of Noah's Ark here in North Texas. We are attempting to duplicate, I think, the Great Flood. It is very rainy, very floody here. But we are warm and dry, and so here is the video blog for Week 2 assignment. My name is Kate Titsworth, and we are going to discuss the atomic bomb. On August 6, 1945, the first atomic weapon, nicknamed Little Boy, was dropped on the Japanese city of Hiroshima. 3 days later, the atomic weapon, nicknamed Fat Man, was dropped on the city of Nagasaki. The effects of these two weapons have had an undeniable influence on society, culture, government, and the environment. As an artifact, the atomic bomb was the culmination of social construction that began with the discovery of radium in 1896. From that point forward, the scientific community searched for answers to explain the physics of this new reaction. As these discoveries were made and theories and hypotheses tested, the technology became more and more enticing from a political and military standpoint, both here in the U.S. and abroad, namely in Germany. If the power of this new fission reaction could be harnessed, the country with that technology would become incredibly powerful, able to perhaps use this technology as an energy source or as a weapon. In 1945, World War II was dragging on, a drain on the economy, the military-industrial complex, and the morale of the people of the United States. Casualty rates were high. Lots of boys were not coming home. But while conventional war went on, a new laboratory war was raging. In the U.S., the Manhattan Project was in full swing, creating the two bombs that would change the world. The fact that there were two distinct designs for the atomic bomb demonstrates the interpretive flexibility of the scientists and engineers working on the project. Little Boy was a uranium-based weapon, while Fat Man was a plutonium-based weapon. Both were destructive, but the plutonium bomb, Fat Man, was determined to be over 10 times more lethal than the uranium bomb, creating a reaction equal to, yes, 21,000 tons of TNT. Scientifically and militarily, they were two distinct actors. However, in the eyes of the public and in the eyes of public opinion, they were one single unit. Initial reactions to President Harry S. Truman's announcement of the bombs were largely favorable. They knew what the government told them. Conventional warfare was slow and costly in terms of equipment, fuel, supplies, and lives. These two weapons had effectively wiped out the enemy in the Pacific. However, it wasn't long before the voice of the American conscience, the voice of ethics and morality, became a strong influence in the development of nuclear arms. It's difficult not to look at this particular thing and not see a certain amount of technological determinism. Everything in the world changed following the deployment of the two atomic weapons, not the least of which was the knowledge that the world could be destroyed with the push of a single button. However, the use of these weapons in a military sense became totally socially constructed as the reality of the power of these weapons became clearer. Now the actors in the post-war nuclear age became not just nations or political ideologies, governments, ethicists, or people influenced by the technologies. But the technology itself became a series of actors playing out roles on different stages, fields of energy, medicine, space exploration, and military application. Consequently, it is perhaps most appropriate to discuss the effects of the atomic bomb in terms of technological momentum. It's clear that while the technology itself shaped the post-World War II world, that same world harnessed and controlled the technology. The Cold War began and a new nuclear age had begun. This new nuclear age continues to play out and an actor in and of itself on the world stage. Positive applications have occurred in our ability to better diagnose medical issues or enjoy electrical power generated by a nuclear reactor. Indeed, the possible benefits from discoveries made by the Large Hadron Collider in CERN, Switzerland are astounding. We have to ask, would we have even created such a thing without the scientific and ethical discussions that came from the atomic bombs? But there's also a negative side. A great deal of danger and destruction awaits through the development of intercontinental ballistic missiles, the Cold War standoffs between countries, the reactor accidents that happened at 3 Mile Island or at Chernobyl, or more recently the serious demonstration of the fragility of the technology shown at the Fukushima reactor in Japan. These dangers and the oversight required to monitor them continue to give social construction to this technology. It will be 70 years this August since the use of the 2 atomic weapons. Human behavior has and will continue to be indelibly changed by that technology. Thank you.